harvest. When my dad was 14, 15 years old, he picked corn by hand, and he always said that if he worked at it, his goal was to get 100 bushel per day, and that meant scooping off 50 bushel by noon and picking another wagon load, which is another 50 bushel by dark, and scoop that off. That was 100 bushel a day. When I was 14 or 15, we had a 2-row mounted picker and an elevator, and 2 guys could pick anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 bushel a day, and that meant the equivalent of one person was doing 1,000 bushel a day, so that was 10 times what they could do by hand in that one short period of time, that short generation. When Susie was 14, we were running in the combine. We were picking into a wagon that held 1,000 bushels, and we were picking 1,000 to 1,500 bushel an hour. So you can see the gain that we had from my dad to my daughter, or from my dad to his granddaughter. That was a pretty dramatic increase in the productivity.
My dad's farmed many, many years, and so I grew up farming and helping my dad, and was probably driving the tractor and grain cart when I was about 8 years old. And we were taught to drive all the equipment at a very young age, so I have enjoyed coming out almost every fall and harvesting. This farm was planted with 20-inch corn because we were testing the new 36-row 20 4700. We normally plant all our corn with 30s, but we did 2 farms this year with 20s, so we could use that planter and see how it worked, and it worked really well, and we really enjoyed using it, so now we're harvesting. So today we're using a single auger 1051 grain cart, and it's got tracks on it. The tractor has tracks, so it rides really smooth across the field. The 1051 is our largest single auger grain cart. It holds a little over 1,000 bushel, and of course we have the dual auger series all the way up to the 1,500 size. I really like using this 1051 here. It's just about right size with loading up a semi-truck and being able to legally go down the road, and it unloads really fast and is very easy to use and operate, and of course having the tracks on it makes it really smooth to use as well.
The tracks put down less pressure per square inch than a human footprint, and it doesn't sound possible, but if you take the length and the width of that track times 2 and then divide that by the square inches in that footprint, and then take a human footprint where you step on the ball of your foot and take that patch roughly 4 by 4, you're putting say typically 200 pounds on 16 square inches, and on that track you've got, I don't have it in my head how many square inches there are, but you're actually putting down a lot less per square inch with that track than you are the human footprint.
So it's very important for me as part of my job to understand how to use the equipment, and then of course we experience breakdowns and challenges just like the farmer does in the field, and so we can very much relate to the frustration when something doesn't work, and the importance of having the equipment have as much uptime as possible to be efficient and productive.